It's really nice being here with all of you, and I hope you're enjoying your morning. And, what we'll do would be a little different from a usual seminar or a webinar. While I cannot see you, this would be a two-way participation. What do I mean by that? I believe time is very valuable, so you are investing your time in this. I'm investing my time in this. So to make it productive, we'll have a lot of activities which you can do, and if you do these activities, you will benefit much more. So there's a couple of, we've done a couple of research strategies wherein if you just listen to somebody, so let's say you're just listening to somebody, after around a month, 2 months, 3 months, you probably will remember only 10% of what you heard. Now, if you take a pen and paper, so I always keep a notebook like this, and you make notes, you are likely to remember 30%. But if you get completely involved, so you move your body, you do some activities, you're likely to remember 80 to 90%. So we do a couple of activities along with the conversation, and in the end, of course, you can ask questions, you can make notes, and I would be happy to answer them. So to start with, what I would like you to do, this is something I like doing. I'll tell you the logic behind it, but let's just be free, completely free, and do this. Just close your eyes. So just close your eyes. Okay. Just close your eyes, all of you. I cannot catch you if you're cheating, but just listen to me and close your eyes. And visualize, just visualize your ultimate state. So close your eyes, let go of everything, and just visualize your ultimate state. So what does your ultimate state mean to you? So what does success mean to you? Keep your eyes closed. You can listen to me, but keep your eyes closed. And visualize your ultimate state. So visualize where you would want to be in your career. Visualize where you would want to be financially. Visualize where you would want to be with your physical health, with your body, with your mind. Visualize where you would like to be with your relationships. Visualize where you would like to be with your personal goals. Visualize your hobbies. Where would you like to travel? So visualize your life the way you would like it to be. Just visualize it. Feel it and hold that image in your mind. Make it real. So if it's in black and white, add color. If there's no sound, add some sound, add some movement to that image and hold it. Watch it, feel it. Nice. I'm sure all of you are visualizing. Hold that image, feel that image, add all sorts of emotions to it and make it as real as possible. In all areas. Great. Now that you've held that image, you can gently open your eyes and come back. This was a small thing. Visualization has a lot of power, and I always like to start with some positive visualization. So even before I start my day, I do a couple of visualizations, because with visualization, we can see in the future and we can work towards what we want. So, we all have dreams, but to make dreams real, we need to convert them into goals. And to make goals even more real, we need to visualize. Now, why I shared this, I'll come to it. My relationship with visualization started way back when I was in school. And I feel it's a very powerful strategy which we can use in every area of our life. Of course, through this program, through this 1 hour we are together, we'll be sharing a lot of strategies which will help you with your career, with your health, with your finances. So we'll be sharing tools. I'll be sharing tools and strategies which you can use in the way you desire. So I don't believe I have a right to tell you what to do, but I'll be happy to share some of these tools and strategies which are psychological, behavioral, which you can use and really benefit in your own life. Different people have benefited differently, and I'm sure, and I look forward to helping you grow in whatever area you want. So as I was sharing, so when I was in school, Hitesh gave a very nice description of me. He made me sound much better than I really am. But jokes apart, so when I was in school, I was born in Bombay, but I grew up in Tehran, in Iran. And I would do a lot of fun things in school. So I would love selling, and I would love business. So I would do all sorts of things. Sometimes the teachers would get very upset and complain to my parents that Yogesh doesn't focus too much on studies. He's always involved in some business, and he's too talkative, but no problem. So when I was in the 9th grade and we were just going to the 10th grade, we had board exams. I'm sure all of you, most of you must have given board exams. And I would always think, why are they called board exams? Is it because we as students get so bored studying? But then I figured, no, these are important exams, and apparently college gets decided by these. So 10th grade board exams, and while I was not very studious. I like to have fun. But one thing that really clicked with me, the school announced that whoever comes first will get a free return ticket from Iran to India. Now, I'm a Sindhi, and Sindhis, we love business and we love money, and if something is free, we love it. So I said, you know what, I really want this ticket, and I made that my goal. So the first prize was my goal, and I said, okay, how do I achieve this goal of coming first in school? And I was not a studious guy. So in those days, I was reading a couple of books, and I loved reading. So I read this book on visualization and the importance of goals. So what I did, I wrote down in a book like this. I still carry a book like this all the time. So I wrote down my goal, which said, I have come first by so-and-so date, March whatever, and I have won the free return ticket. So that was my goal. And along with this goal, I also created a visualization strategy. So what is a visualization strategy? We can use it in every area of our life. So I started visualizing what future I want right now. So I would visualize that I've come first, and I like to make it fun, right? Because when I'm solving maths equations or studying geometry or algebra, I wanted to be motivated. So I created a very nice visual for myself. So what I visualized is that everybody in the school, especially the girls, are all cheering for me, and they're saying, oh wow, Yogesh, you have come first, we love you. And I get that return air ticket, and when I'm going on the plane, the air hostesses, very beautiful ones, are all cheering for me, and they're saying, wow, welcome Yogesh, we love you. So I created this fantasy in my head, which was a visualization, and I started believing in it. So I would really believe it. I would add color, what the exercise we did a couple of minutes ago, I would add color to it. I would add sound to it. I would add motion to it. So in the night, till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, when I would be solving all these equations, previous year's test papers, I had this visual playing in my mind. So I was very motivated. So even when I would go cycling in the evening, while I would be having fun cycling, I had this visual playing in my head. And I kept it. So I would practice a lot. I would work towards it. I would take continuous action. Now, I gave my exams, and the day of the results came. And in those days, we had dial-up internet. So we didn't have high-speed internet like now, like what we have now. We had dial-up internet. And in the night, we logged on to the internet. So while I was living in Iran, I was giving the CBSE board exams. So we logged on the internet. So the day of the results, my mom was frying pakoras, and my mother is a fairly health-conscious woman, and I was wondering why she's frying so many pakoras. And later I found out the reason she's frying pakoras is because she thought her son will fail. Her son will fail, and to distract her mind, she started frying pakoras. I think I cycled that evening for maybe 3-4 hours again to just distract my mind, and I even banged my cycle, and I got a little bruise, but it's all fine. So we logged on to the internet with the dial-up connection, and we logged on to the website. And of course, the website was down because so many people were checking it. After around 10-15 minutes, we were able to log in. I put in my hall ticket number, and the first thing which I and even my mom and everybody saw is, has our son passed? Hamara beta pass hua hai ya nahi? That's what they had in mind. And when they saw that I passed, very happy, fairly relieved, so the tension had come down. Then I saw my percentage, and after a while, we found out, after a couple of minutes, we found out that one person had come first. And do you know who that person is? Any guesses? Okay, yes, that person is me. I came first, and I was delighted. I was happy. I was jumping with joy. And most people in school couldn't believe it because I was this mischievous guy, and they couldn't believe it. And my mom couldn't believe it. But I realized that time. I came first. I got the return air ticket. Of course, the air hostesses didn't cheer for me, but it was nice. So I got the return air ticket, and I realized with this small exercise is visualization. So having a clear goal, visualizing it, and working towards it really gives results. So since then, I've been practicing this. So I always write my goals in a book like this. So I have a lot of goals in it. Most of them are top secret. And I continuously look at my goals and I keep making notes. I keep making plans. And I wish school, college taught these simple things. It's a very simple thing. So whatever I've done, I feel whatever I've done has been because of these simple tools and strategies which I've used. So let's say, I'm assuming all of you are from good institutes, since you are all alumni from very good institutes. What we will look at is the first thing which I believe works very well, and besides, in addition to visualization, is the ability to sell. So self-promotion and the ability to sell. Of course, Hitesh shared a bit about me, how I started selling at the age of 5. As kids, we couldn't afford the auto, we couldn't afford the bus. So I started selling. So I feel sales has a lot of power. And again, traditional education somehow always has discouraged or not encouraged sales, whereas sales is a very powerful part of the human existence. So what is sales? So a lot of people, when they think of sales, they think of somebody calling you and trying to sell your product. Well, that is a form of sales, but sales is in every area of our life. So let's say you work in a company. Let's say you're an engineer, or you are a management graduate, or you're in marketing. You are constantly selling your ideas. Constantly you're selling your ideas, you're selling your thoughts, even in relationships. Even in relationships, for example, my girlfriend, um, when we were seeing each other and I wanted to get married, I had to sell myself to her family to let them know I'm a good guy, I'll take good care of her, and it's going to be great. And that's how we got married. And of course, now she's my wife. She's also the editor of my new book, Succeed the Happier Way. So if there are any spelling errors, not me, blame her. Okay. So selling. Now, a lot of times, I see people who in companies, I work with a lot of companies, and I see people excellent at what they do. They are excellent engineers, they are excellent doctors, or they're excellent at what they do. So technically, they have excellent knowledge. But still, when you see the hierarchy of the company, or even if you're a founder of a new company, of a new startup, one area which I feel really slows people down is when they don't indulge in sales or self-promotion. What do I mean by that? So let's say, for example, you are working in a company. This is a strategy everybody can use. Let's say you're working in a company and you have come up with a software or a solution that has either saved cost by 20%, 25%, or increased efficiency, or increased speed, or you have adopted a new way of doing things. A couple of things you could do is, the first thing to do is let everyone around you know about it. So let everyone, especially people who are important, people who could help you move ahead in your career, in your business, let them know about it. And you can do it smartly. There are lots of smart ways of letting people know about your achievements or what you have done. So the first thing I tell people to do is just write them an email. So write your seniors or your colleagues an email and tell them, hey, thanks a lot for being a part of this project. And without you, we couldn't have done it. And I'm happy to share we have increased our sales by 25%, or we have reduced costs by 30%, or the new system we have bought in has bought us new clients. So basically, self-promote, because I believe if you don't promote, nobody else will promote. So I always believe in self-promotion. It's a great thing. You should be proud of it. The greatest people in history, I think, have been self-promoters. So if you look back to Edison and Nikola Tesla, I mean, these guys were competitors in ways. And Nikola Tesla, many say, was a better scientist or a better thinker, but Edison was a better businessman. And he would always come up with some interesting PR strategy, some interesting branding strategy. And in the end, I mean, Edison became fairly successful, very successful, and Nikola Tesla, unfortunately, died alone without much money and faced a very challenging life. So I was joking with a friend wherein I said, Nikola Tesla, I think, had an idea where he could give you free electricity. So I was joking with a friend where I said, if Nikola Tesla had been my friend and if I could advise him, what I would have told him is, why don't you tie up with Google AdSense and provide free electricity to everybody? And when the electricity comes in your house, you can make it free and people can see ads, so you can monetize it. So similarly, self-promotion, I think that's the best thing you can do. Start off with that, and everybody, right from Nikola Tesla, Edison, if you come down in history, Mahatma Gandhi, Steve Jobs, all of them promoted their idea, promoted their vision, were self-promoters. So that's the first thing. Learn the art of promotion, learn the art of sales, and sales is also a lot about psychology. If the best way to sell is to detect a need, know what the other person wants, and give that to them. So that's the best way to sell. And today with technology, there are so many innovative ways to sell. Another thing you can do, a very good way to sell, is give people much more than what you take. So whatever it is, whatever you're doing, give people a lot more than what you take. And I look at all of us, whether you're an individual, whether you're a company, I look at us as a brand. So I look at whatever you do as a brand. So let's say I look at Yogesh Chabria. I look at Yogesh Chabria externally. I don't look at myself as Yogesh Chabria. Let's say I look at Yogesh Chabria from the outside. What does the brand Yogesh Chabria mean? And what are the qualities it signifies? I would like all of you to do this exercise right now. So just get a pen and paper. Just a simple pen and paper. Okay. I hope all of you got a pen and paper, and write down mission, self-promotion. Mission, self-promotion. And write down your name. So write down brand, 2 dots, and your name. So I would write down brand Yogesh Chabria. And write down under that the emotions people have when they hear your name. What are the feelings people have when they hear your name? What are the qualities people have when they hear your name? So let's say you look at a brand, you look at, say, Starbucks, or you look at Google. What are the emotions people have? So let's say Google, they'll think no evil, a great solution. Or if they think of Starbucks, so people will think great coffee, fun, meeting. Or if they think of Apple, great design, cutting edge maybe. So think of yourself as a brand. What are the qualities that people will think of? Is it honesty? Is it ethics? Is it trust? Is it gets the work done very fast? Is it a great communicator, lots of fun, very serious, always stressed? Just think of the brand. Just think of the brand. Write down the qualities people think of. Now, just you can write it down. We'll pause a couple of minutes. Okay. Now, look at this. So look at your brand. And remember the visualization you did. So where you want to be in your career, in your personal life, with your health. Are your brand values, so your values right now, which you've written down, are they in harmony? Are they true to where you want to be? If they are, great, continue on that path, keep investing in those values. If they are not, write down the values your brand would desire. What are the values you would desire as a brand? So would you want better communication skills? Would you want better knowledge in terms of technical knowledge? Would you want better contacts? Would you want a better ability to convince people, a better ability to communicate. Just write those down. Whatever it is you feel, of course, you could even do these exercises later after you finish this program. You could do these anytime. I mean, I keep doing these. And ask yourself a question: how do I achieve these? So just ask yourself, how do I achieve these? I feel the best way to get answers is to ask questions. People joke around with me, they would call me Mr. Y because I would always ask questions. I love asking questions because that's how we get answers. So ask yourself, how do I achieve what I want in my brand? Keep that question with you. You'll get answers. Moving ahead, just moving ahead in the program, in terms of one thing I feel a lot of people, which stops us from moving ahead, stops us from having fun, stops us from enjoying life, is fear. Why don't we have fun? Because we are afraid. Why don't we ask questions? Because we are afraid. Well, most things we don't do comes down to fear. Fear, of course, is a emotion. All of us have it at some point or the other. And I remember a very powerful story which I heard when I was a small boy. Not that I'm very old now, but yeah, when I was a small boy, I heard a small story on fear. And it still holds, it's very close to my heart, and I keep thinking about it, remembering it. So once, Krishna, Lord Krishna, back in the day, was going with his brother Balram in the jungles. And back in the day, we didn't have hotels, we didn't have anything. So in the jungles, when they were going at night, they said, let's sleep, take turns in sleep. So first Krishna would sleep, and Balram would keep a watch. And then Balram would sleep, and Krishna would keep a watch. So when Krishna was sleeping and Balram was awake, suddenly Balram sees a huge monster coming in, like a huge, huge monster, and Balram starts having fear. He gets panicky, he starts feeling afraid. His palms get sweaty, and the fear, basically, his heart starts beating faster. I'm sure whenever we feel fear, we feel similar emotions. And the more he feels fearful, the bigger the monster grows. So the monster keeps doubling in size as he fears, and the monster becomes so huge that Balram suddenly collapses. As soon as Balram collapses, Krishna hears a thud, he hears a sound, and Krishna wakes up. And Krishna sees his brothers. Krishna doesn't know what's happening, and he looks at this monster, this huge monster, and Krishna tells him with a smiling face, playful. Krishna was a prankster; he loved playing pranks, but this time he was not playing pranks. With a playful face, what do you want? How can I help you? What is it that you're looking for? Can I solve some problem for you? And the monster kept getting smaller in size. Krishna was not an engineer or a management graduate. If not, he would have asked more complicated questions, but he asked simple questions. And he kept asking questions with a calm face, a composed mind, completely fearless. And finally, the monster became so small, and Krishna put him in his pocket. And Balram got up, and he was panicky. He said, "Oh, Krishna, Krishna! There was a huge monster. What happened, So Krishna said, is this the small little cute monster you're talking about? And Krishna shared this with Balram. Now, this is a story which I always remember. Whenever I'm tempted to be a little fearful, a little nervous, I remember this story because it has a lot of depth, it has a lot of meaning. And what is the meaning of this story, which was told long back? There's a symbolic meaning to this. And I'm sure if you pause and think, you'll get the answer. The meaning is, all of us, when we don't face our fears, when we run away from our fears, when we panic, they grow bigger and bigger and bigger in our mind. So fear is just something in our mind. It's not real. It just grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And the bigger it grows, like the monster, it becomes bigger till it becomes so big that we collapse and feel the pressure of fear and collapse and give up. But on the other hand, if you just look at your fear, if all of us just look at our fear in the face, in the eye, and know that whatever is happening right now is temporary. What this conversation is temporary, whatever is there is temporary, it will pass. We will be able to handle our fears much better. For example, when you were in school, I'm sure you had different fears. You might have fears of exams, you might have lots of fears. Some of you might have a fear of approaching a girl or a guy to speak. So those were fears back in the day. Later, maybe you might have other fears. So every moment in our life, we have different fears. But when we look back, it's like a dream. It's not real. Similarly, the fears we have today are not real. They will pass. So why not have fun, look those fears in the eye, and be playful? Now, why, a lot of us, I meet a lot of people constantly stressed, facing a lot of challenges. Challenges are a part of life. So there's something I believe in which says, we all feel pain. Pain is human, we feel pain. But when we feel pain, we don't have to suffer. We can feel pain, but keep it external. We don't have to suffer from the inside. So it's like the sea. On the surface, they're all waves up and down, but deep down is a sense of calm. Now, if we attain that, we can think better, work better, live better, our health is better. In office, I'm sure a lot of you might be in office. A lot of you might own your own offices. In office, there's something which I feel puts a lot of pressure on a lot of people, which is office politics. Either we can say, oh, office politics is bad and, why is it there? Or we can say politics is a part of human nature. It's been there since the beginning of time. And rather than getting bogged down by it, why don't we play it as a game? Why don't we do our best and move ahead? A couple of strategies, a couple of psychological, a couple of strategies which all of us can work. I mean, throughout history, right, from Sun Tzu to Machiavelli to even Krishna, who used a lot of politics to win the war between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Politics has always been there. So, for example, I like reading the Gita, I like reading the Mahabharata. Krishna used a lot of strategies to win the war. One strategy, for example, which he used was Bhishma could not be killed neither by man nor by woman. That was, that was something he had. Bhishma was, of course, on the side of the Kauravas. So what Krishna did is he got somebody who was a eunuch, who was neither a man, neither a woman, to kill him. Now, he used these strategies to win the war. Similarly, at work, in business, in life, we can use a lot of strategies. So in office, of course, the first thing which I said is self-promotion. People who are able to sell their ideas, anything. So whether you're an engineer, doctor, if you're able to sell your ideas, if you're able to connect with the opposite person, you definitely have a better chance of moving ahead. The second thing, which is a great thing all of us can practice, is don't indulge in negative emotions. What are negative emotions and negative thoughts? So let's say in your office there's a lot of politics. Don't indulge in gossiping or bitching. So in your brand value, the note you made, create a brand where you're somebody who believes only in work or doing work in the best way possible without focusing on negative emotions. Negative emotions also slow us down. So let's say if we have emotions of anger, greed, jealousy, envy, we cannot communicate, we cannot live the life we should live. So we can flip it around. So for example, let's say if you have an emotion of envy, sometimes we feel jealous of somebody, it's human nature. So let's say I feel jealous of my neighbor who's bought a new car, or I feel jealous of somebody who's done something good. What if I flip that jealousy into something positive? And I ask myself, great, this person has bought a new car or a new house or moved ahead in their career. What is it that I can do to learn from them? What is the positive I can take? That's one thing we can do in terms of office politics. Second is know people who are of influence and people who are of power. So basically in every company, in every society, there are people with influence, people with power. Make sure you get connected to them. Make sure you add value to them. So let's say there's a superior in your company or somebody who's senior to you, or there's somebody even who's a junior to you. Be of value to them. So do something for them, help them out. If you have some solutions, share it with them. If you have certain ideas that will help them grow, share it out, because we as human beings, if we make others win, so if people around us benefit, if people around us win, we automatically will benefit. I mean, that's been my thinking since way back, because if I can help somebody do something better, if I can help somebody increase their sales or feel better or change their mental state, I will definitely benefit. So think, share contacts, whatever you contact, be free with what you have, because the freer you are, the better you think, the better you work. I believe all of us are like an ocean. So an ocean has infinite possibilities. You can't say how many drops of water are there in the ocean. It's infinite. I remember a very nice saying by Rumi, who says, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." Now, if you think like that, you will think vast, you will think wide, you'll just open up your mind. Once you open up your mind, the possibilities are endless. Anything, whether it's health, anything. So if you have free thinking, if you think like a child, I think yesterday, no, day before, 14, was Children's Day, and I feel if all of us think like children, we question, we make mistakes. It's great to make mistakes. I mean, how did I start speaking? I started speaking because as a small baby, I would babble. I've been blessed with a baby boy. He's 7 months now, and I observe how free children are. They try to crawl, they fall down. They try to walk, they fall down. They'll start cycling, they bang their cycle, and all of these things are a great learning experience. So mistakes, being open to mistakes, being open to failure is great. So even at work, don't feel hesitant to say, I don't know. Don't feel hesitant to ask questions. Just be free. When you become free, life becomes a lot easier. Out of the box, we keep hearing people say, let's think out of the box. But what if we had no box? What if we could manufacture our own boxes? What if we could manufacture our own warehouses? What if we had nothing holding us back? And right now, with our mind, so maybe our body has physical limitation, but our mind has unlimited potential. And the same experience, we'll do another experience right now. Again, close your eyes. Just close your eyes. This experience will help us know what is a challenge, what is an opportunity. Just close your eyes. Okay, good. Visualize. Now that you've closed your eyes, just visualize. You are in a very cold place. It's night, late in the night, in a very cold place. You can feel the cool breeze on your face. It's snowing, and you are at a station, at a railway station in the night. It's all isolated. How does it feel? How does it feel to be alone in the night? Very dim lighting, cold breeze on your face, it's snowing. You are in an unknown place, in a new city, unknown. How does it feel? Does it feel nice? Does it feel bad? Does it feel scary? Whenever I do this, most people say, we feel a little hesitant, we feel a little uncomfortable. Just feel it, feel this feeling. Now, hold this feeling, just hold this feeling with you. What if I told you, it is this feeling, this uncomfort, keep your eyes closed, this feeling, this discomfort, this challenge that led to two people to create a solution that not only made them multi-billionaires, also revolutionized the way we commute, the way we transport. Would you believe me? I'm sure a lot of you would be already knowing. This is what happened with Uber. So the founders of Uber faced this challenge. They were in Paris, they were in France, unable to get any taxi, nothing, late in the night. And they said, this feeling, this is what has happened with us, should not happen with anybody else. And they thought without a box. So they created Uber. It's an app, and they created something incredible. So this is what happens when we keep the box away. Let's not think out of the box. Let's manufacture our own boxes. What if we had no boxes? What if we had a huge football field? And if we can think this way, anywhere, if we are entrepreneurs, I believe all of us, anybody who's enterprising, so you could be working in a company, you could be a mom, you could be a father, anybody who's enterprising and anybody who does something new is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur doesn't have to be somebody who creates his own startup. It's great if you do. So anybody and everybody can think in an enterprising manner. And throughout history, history has been changed by people like you, by people like me, just because we used our potential which we have here. And I believe it's divine potential, because I believe all of us are created by a special force, a special power. You might call it any name, and that gives us a lot of power and a lot of potential. A couple of tools, a couple of strategies again, which I'll share with you, which can help you unleash or unlock this potential. When I was 14 years old, I'd come to India for vacations, and something very interesting happened with me. I was living with my nani, my grandmother, and you know, I was a 14-year-old regular teenage boy, and she says, Yogesh, there's a meditation class happening. Why don't you come over? When it's a workshop, why don't you join? And I was very skeptical. I said, Patani, what is this meditation? You know, how is it going to help me? And I didn't believe in it. I thought it must be a lot of hocus pocus. But I still went. I went for this class, meditation course, and I asked a lot of questions. I would keep asking questions. Two reasons. One is because I was skeptical, and also because I wanted to learn. But in the end, I learned meditation, and I kept practicing it, and I still practice meditation, and it's given me so much power. I mean, it really rejuvenates me. It helps me think better. It helps me have a better peace state of mind. So I do meditation twice a day, once before work, once after work. And it feels very rested. I feel very calm. I feel very composed. But rather than me telling you, we'll do something, I'll share a small tool with which, and meditation, I believe, is not a religion. It's like exercise. Anybody who exercises will benefit. Same way with meditation. Anybody who meditates will benefit. It has nothing to do with religion. What we'll do, you can try it out any time of the day, any place. So let's say now, wherever you're sitting, you might be at work, any place. I'll share a thing which is called home. What is home? It is, home. It's called home. What is home? It's Happy on Earth's open meditation experience. It's totally open. Anybody can do it. So let's get home. So we'll try home. Close your eyes, all of you. All of you can close your eyes. Okay. Now that you've closed your eyes, make sure your phones and everything are silent and completely, so you don't get distracted. Close your eyes and relax yourself. So relax your shoulders, feel every part of your body relaxing. Feel your head relaxing. Feel your eyes relaxing. Feel your ears relaxing. Feel your cheeks relaxing. Feel your lips relaxing. Your tongue relaxing. Your neck relaxing. Just relax yourself. Let go of the tension in your shoulders, in your back, in your chest, in your tummy. Just let go. Relax your body while keeping your eyes closed. Even if you feel tempted to scratch yourself, go ahead, scratch. If you've opened your eyes, close it back, no problem. Just relax yourself. Feel every part of your body relaxing, your back, your thighs, your legs, your feet, your toes. Completely relax yourself. Good. Now that you've relaxed yourself, now that you've completely relaxed yourself, I want you to think of any mantra, any word. It could be any word that connects with you as your mantra. For somebody it might be Om, for somebody it might be Allah, for somebody it might be Jesus, anything. Or for somebody it might be just anything, it might be the sun. Just think of a word, a small word, which is your mantra, and let it play Let the mantra start in your mind, in your body, everywhere. Don't move your tongue or your throat or anything. Just let the mantra play, keeping your eyes closed. Let the mantra play. Feel the mantra. Don't put any pressure, so don't think of focusing on anything. Just let it play. Great. Now that the mantra is playing, sometimes your mind might be distracted. Your mind might think about work, might think about many things, the mind gets distracted. No problem. Simply come back to the mantra. Every time your mind gets distracted, come back to the mantra and let the mantra play. Great. Now, gently come back. Let the mantra fade away. Come back. Come back to the present. Keep your eyes closed and gently rub your hands together and move it over your face. And gently looking down, open your eyes. Very gently, don't let the light hit your eyes. Very gently open your eyes and come back to the present. We did this for a very short period. In the beginning, if you have not meditated, it would be difficult. You might be tempted to open your eyes, but gradually you can increase the time. Now, I do this twice a day. I do it for 20 minutes, and it feels incredible. I'm sure you would have experienced it. Different people feel different things, but in the end, you feel more rested, you feel more calm, and this calmness, this inner state of rest, helps you work better. It helps you grow as a person. It helps you learn better. It helps you think better. It opens up a lot of channels which can help us. I believe, everything is interlinked. So our mind, our health, our relationships, our body, our fine are all interlinked. We can't live life in different silos. So let's say I'm doing great in one area and not in the others. I won't be leading a fulfilled life. I wouldn't feel really successful. Let's say I'm going for a meeting and I have to sell something and I have a backache, or I fought with my wife, or I fought with my children, or I fought with my parents. I really wouldn't be in that state of mind to really perform to my fullest potential. It was a pleasure. I loved being here. I will be taking questions. But before I take questions, I want you to do two things. And these are two very, very nice things. The first thing I want you to do is open your browser. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll also have a contest. Just open your browser. So go to Google. Okay, go to Google. Are you in Google? Just type Yogesh Chabria. Just type Yogesh Chabria. Amazon. Not that I'm from Amazon, but Yogesh Chabria Amazon has in the website. Yeah, are you on the website? Are you on Amazon? Yogesh Chabria Amazon. Check out the first book, Succeed, Be Happy on Your Way. Click on it. Click on Succeed, Be Happy on Your Way. Are you there? Okay, great. Now look at the book and just click buy now. Get yourself a copy. Log in. And they might ask you for a login. Just log in. Get yourself a copy. Great. Fill in the details. Get yourself a copy. And I'll wait for a minute till you do it. This is going to be fun. Great. Okay. You can select cash on delivery, whatever is convenient to you. Great. Now that all of you have ordered this copy, the book Succeed the Happioneer Way, I want you to read it and write a review on Amazon. Whenever you read it, write a review and share that review on whatever social media you're on, Facebook, Twitter, or you can even email me with #Happioneer. And a few lucky winners would get an incredible breakfast anywhere in India. So usually in Bombay or Delhi, but I keep traveling, so anywhere in India. We'll have a lot of fun sharing this with each other. I look forward to your questions now, and I look forward to your reviews, and I look forward to all of you having a great day. Do the exercises, have fun, and best of luck. And let's get in some questions.
Okay. Yeah, so we've got some questions, and I'm just giving them to you.
Can you get the questions on chat? Can we get it on chat? Because
right. So I'm going to.
I can read the questions.
So I've got some questions, and if you don't mind, I'll be asking them to you now. We've noted down the questions that we've got so far. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to be taking the first question for you, which has been asked by Neha. And the first question is that what if you cannot get the positivity from inside to create a positive visualization?
Can you type it out, because I can't hear you clearly? If you don't mind,
sure.
I'll read it. Sorry, I can't hear. It's not. Is it better? Not my hearing. That's not my hearing. That's bad. It's not my hearing. That's bad.
Is it more clear now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, now it's clearer.
Okay. So the first question is what Neha is asking. What if you cannot get positivity from inside to create a positive visualization?
Okay. Neha, thank you very much for your question. So you are saying, what if you cannot get positivity from inside? It happens. We have all been through such phases. I mean, there was a phase in my life where I had a lot of negativity. What I would suggest, one thing that really works is, right now, if you can do it, just leave everything and just go in the open. So just go to a park. If you live near a sea, go to the sea. Go somewhere in the opens, or in the night, sit under the stars and just thank yourself or thank the divine or whatever you believe in for what you have. So the positivity will start coming in, whatever you have. I mean, I'm sure the fact that you have access to a computer, the fact that you have access to the internet, the fact that you have access to drinking water, just start thanking yourself, show gratitude for the small things. When you start showing gratitude and start thanking for the small things, you will gradually feel a sense of positivity coming in. So that's a first way to start. The second thing you could do is start moving your body. What do I mean by moving your body is, one way to generate a lot of positivity is to exercise or listen to music. I love listening to music. So even before this webinar we did, I was listening to some music and dancing, because that generates energy in the body. So once you start moving, once you start sweating, once you start showing gratitude, and start giving what you want. So if you want to be more positive, start giving a lot more positivity. Start helping people, start loving people, start being of help. Once you do that, you will automatically generate positivity. And once you generate positivity, you will start having those positive visualizations. So today you could do a couple of things, Neha. First thing is go out there, go in nature, just feel the nature. Second is maybe dance, listen to your favorite music. I don't know what your favorite music is. Listen to it, dance. And third is help somebody, be kind to somebody. It could be anything. The smallest thing, just helping somebody, making somebody else smile will make you feel better and positive. We could have the next question.
Yes. So the next question is being asked by Rakesh, and he wants to know, can self-promotion be sometimes perceived as bragging, and how do you sort of balance the both?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, Rakesh. Can self-promotion be looked at as bragging? So there's a thin line. Bragging is when you do it without a sense of humility. Okay, but self-promotion is something which has to be done very tactfully, wherein you bring in humility, you really feel humble, but at the same time, you let the other person know how you can be of further help to them. So, for example, let's say I come and tell you I'm the greatest person in the universe. It's not going to work. It's not going to do. But if I come and tell you, Rakesh, here are a few things which I can do which can help you in your life. Here are a few things which I can do which can help you in your business. And I have already done it with several people. These are the people I've done it with, and this is how they have benefited. That's what you need to do. So bragging will not let you connect with people. On the other hand, if you let people know, this is what I have already done, and this is how I can help you. As I told you, if you let people know how you can make them win, you will win. So bragging and self-promotion, that's the difference. Please focus on self-promotion because that's where we are today. And since the beginning of time, you know, self-promotion has been a way of life. But it has to be done very subtly. It's like an art. Next question.
Okay, so the next question is by Sonal, and she wants to know that you mentioned about asking a lot of whys to overcome your fear. But isn't that against the philosophy of mindfulness, which asks you to live in the present and not stress a lot on your thoughts?
Can you repeat the question? I didn't get it.
Sure. So she says that you talked about asking a lot of whys to overcome fear, but isn't that against the philosophy of mindfulness, which asks you to live in the present and not stress a lot on your thoughts?
The question is by Sonal,
yes,
correct?
This is by Sonal.
Okay.
Yes.
So Sonal, very, very true, you know, mindfulness where we have to live in the present, we have to be in the moment. But when I said why, so there are two parts of it. You see, one is a spiritual aspect wherein, you know, we have to be in the present, we have to be right in the now. But the other aspect wherein I said why was from a sense of curiosity, from a sense of finding a new way. So you see, let's say you want to go to a certain location, you have to ask that why. So even in your spiritual journey or in your career or any journey, you have to ask that why. But while you're asking the why, you don't have to get flustered or irritated from the inside. So that why, till you don't ask the why, you won't get an answer. So even if you are, I mean, even if you go to a guru, you have to ask the why. You have to ask a question, because only if you ask questions, you will get answers. You don't have to ask questions while getting flustered or irritated or frustrated from inside. You can simply ask the question with a cool mind, and you will get an answer. That's what I meant by ask questions. So, I mean, you just asked me a question right now so that you could get an answer. And I hope the answer helps. If the answer doesn't help, you can ask more questions. You can ask yourself questions. That's how humanity has grown. You know, we keep asking questions. How can I do this better? How can I create new solutions? And that's what we do.
Okay, so the next question is quite I think it's very common that a lot of people will be facing. So Sridhar wants to know that he's understood that my day will be very happy if I wake up early in the morning and start facing the day. But I'm not able to make it every day. What is your suggestion?
The days you're not able to make it, take a holiday, Sridhar. No, jokes apart, I know, I mean, you know, they say knowledge is power. We've all heard it. But how many of us know it's good to exercise? All of us, right? All of us know it's good to exercise. Knowledge is potential power. If we act on it, it becomes power. So we all have days, you know, when we get up and we say, oh my God, I want to take a break. The best thing to do is, I think, make it a habit. So if we keep making it a habit of, okay, I'll wake up, I'll have fun, and take a break. I think it's perfectly normal to take a break. I like taking holidays. I like going away from routine every now and then because that's how we get recharged, you know. So do whenever you really, I mean, sometimes, you know, the situation is such that you say, okay, I want to take a break. Take a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day break and come back to it. That's how it is, you know, because human beings are not robots. So we all have emotions. We all have that. That's what we need to do, Shura.
Okay, so we have time for a last couple of questions, and I will take one by Sachin. Sachin wants to know what motivated you to help others, and why did you choose to do that by writing books?
What motivated me? So you remember the question that was asked by I think it was by Sonal, if I'm not wrong, wherein it said, how do I become more positive? So I realized the more I give, the better I feel. That was a core philosophy. And of course, when all of you read Succeed the Happy Owner Way, you will also read about my journey, the challenges I faced. I mean, I was depressed, I was lonely, I had no money. So I feel once we start giving, and once I realize that the more I give of whatever it is, my knowledge, my time, whatever I have, the more people benefit, and the more people benefit, I feel nice. That's how it started, and that's how I started, writing and sharing ideas and just having fun in the process, because I feel only when I'm having fun I can really do it justice.
Okay.
Did I answer the question? Did you have another part to it?
So we'll ask Sachin to reply on chat if that answers his question.
Oh. Okay.
But in the meanwhile, we'll also take another question by Reena. And Reena wants to know that when we meditate, we start experiencing many other things that takes us on our spiritual journey. Now, can a person be both spiritual and aspire to be successful in a materialistic world?
Absolutely, I think, okay, absolutely. That's Reena, R-E-E-N-A, right? Reena, correct? That's Reena's asked the question. Okay, absolutely. I think there is no distinction between the spiritual and the material world. They are all interlinked. And meditation gives you power to face the challenges of the material world. And the material world has been created for all of us to enjoy. Arth, that's one other thing. Dharma. These are all things for us to enjoy. And for us to be truly living in this material world, we need inner peace, we need power. And some of the most successful people on the planet, whether you say CEOs, movie stars, athletes, people who are doing great at work, meditate, because meditation gives you a lot of power. I don't feel that to be spiritual, you have to go and live in the Himalayas. You can be right here. You can enjoy the material wealth, and inside you can be spiritual. So, I mean, that's what I look at spirituality. I don't feel there's a disconnect. It's all linked up, and that's how it should be. It's fun. Yeah, next question.
Okay, so this is again the last one that we will take, and this was actually the second part of Sachin's question, that he wants to know why books specifically. What made you write books to help people? What made you choose?
I didn't get that, Hitesh. Can you repeat that, please?
So he's asking, what made you specifically choose writing books as a means of helping people?
So it's not only writing books. I mean, I do a lot of writing is a part of it. It's a part of sharing ideas. But I do a lot of seminars. I do a lot of TV shows. It's a way of sharing ideas. And I felt, there was a stage in my life I was completely. I was 16. I came here. I had no family. I had no friends. So I would spend my time writing and sharing ideas. So that's how it started. I feel it's a human form of sharing ideas. So not just writing, speaking, sharing ideas. That's how it is, because how do I communicate with a larger audience? So one of the things is writing. That's how it started. And the writing is very simple. It's like a conversation. So if you read anything I write, it's like a conversation like we are having right now. That's how it is. It's very casual, very simple.
Okay. So great. I think with that, we've sort of exhausted our time limit as well. And I'm sure that people have if they have any other questions, they can write to you, and you show them a way to contact you as well.
Sure, absolutely. I would love to hear from all of you, and feel free to review it. Go on to Google, type Yogesh Chhabria. You'll see My Business page. Just review this thing, how you liked it, whatever you liked it, and I look forward to seeing one of you or a couple of you for breakfast. So do take part in that contest. Have fun and have a beautiful day and week ahead. Thank you so much. It was really nice being with all of you. But do practice whatever, if you learn something, do practice it because you've invested time. Take care and smile.